Pivec behind the arc. She knew it was off, followed her shot and won. To Tammy Blackburn, she knew it was off.
Yep, and that's, you feel that as a shooter, right? So how many times you see shooters, especially from that long range, literally start trotting backwards down the other court thinking, I'm going to pick up the ball handler.
On Kiana Ibis. Pivec, she'll use a Gulich screen, and it works. She won. Shot clock down to 5. Pivec, she'll take it herself. The reverse with the left hand. Pretty sweet.
Rebound goes to Kat Tudor. Pivec ahead to Katie McWilliams. Stops, pops, hits.
Fighting the double. Keeps it going. A lot of dribbling. Big time. 5 on the shot clock. Pivec. Wow, what a drive.
Shot clock. And Oregon State good enough to defensive rebound.
Again, same look we've seen throughout the... Inside, Oregon State continue. Pivec for 3.
Watch this. It's, again, there's the double, almost a triple. Thomas dove in a little bit, so she has to do what? She has to chase a lot of deck.
A little bit nervous about Potter. Potter can be scary when she's on.
Takeaway by the Beavers. Pivec runs it. Nawahine slows her down. Spin, pivot, and score. Oregon State forces.
Dean Barnes and her staff are really bringing in a lot of new players. They're ranked top 10.
Her end.
This is an Oregon State team that is the best shooting team in the nation, in part because they get easy baskets.
Pivec, great job passing it in. Great back screen. Easy layup.
Oregon State back on top here. Look at the hustle by Pivec. Understands what her team needs to do. Watch this right here. She's going to get this deflection, and then she's first to the floor. Because she's first to the floor, she comes up with a loose ball. It's just great hustle. That's the 3rd steal in the first quarter.
Does it all. She's trying to get healthy too. 10 on the shot clock and a much needed bucket. Lead is 3, 4:05 left to go. Notre Dame with the cushion. Pivec, and 1, baby. Boy, did Oregon State need this. Look at Pivec. Thompson got her. 3-point play and waiting in the wings. Alonzo again aggressively. Arizona trying to get to the cup, but nothing doing. Pivec, she can, and she finishes. Big board by Pivec. Gulich beating everybody down the floor. Yes, sir!
And that's where Gulich makes such a big difference for you, being that big down low.
On Marie Gulich.
You gotta love this though. You reward your big girl from running the floor. Mikayla Pivec stepping in, taking a little bit of that load off of Weiss's shoulders, running the...
I just think your role is not to be a gunner. I mean, your role is to think about others first on this team, and beautiful dish there.
And 1 left in regulation. Whoa! Clutch, clutch, clutch! She'll lead it up. The pick, and here comes Pivec.
Good hustle.
What a great hustle play by Jazz Simmons, who just checks in. She had a terrific Italy tour as Oregon State goes on that tour and gets a lot of reps as Pivec hits the bucket, hits the...
In that zone, Pivec, the penetration, and you can see Graham has to come over, and as soon as you...
Lead of the game tonight. Stanford started the game on an 11-0 run, and
pick up that dribble and you're in trouble. Pivec now into trouble, hesitates, looks for help, scoops it up and gets her home.
Soccer, play on.
Don't let all you lip readers at home take a guess at what she said. As Pivec again.
Advantage, because this hasn't happened very often. She beats Carrington. Late help rotation from Smith, a little bit of hang time in the finish.
Well, it's been a sophomore point guard leading the way at the start of this third.
Without the ball, but the shot no good for Weber. Pivec looking to push. Nobody stepping in front, and 1.
Here she comes down. She has all that size, all that strength. She is a tough check when she's coming down the lane.
And down low, 2 missed shots from about 4 feet out. Oregon State holding their ground inside the paint.
Katie Edwards knew that her teammate had it, and she was looking. She threw up that left hand. Great recognition. They're pretty quick to beat you down the floor.
Edwards with 7 early points here in the first for USC.
Snezik matching up with Pivec to start.
Corsdale giving Pivec the screen, and Pivec will go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
So a little trying to figure out the angle for the pass. Here, she uses that screen and she goes all the way to the rim, and you can see the hard foul by Sneezik and the ability.
Grimmick coming way high. Pivec all the way to the rack and scores. Look at Pivec, head up, kind of glances off Anigwe and is able to finish. Oregon State rolling.
Losing 5 in a row. Oregon State has won 4 of their last 5. CU the underdog today, without question. Layup is good.
Seems to be just fine. Comes down and wow, big swat and a block, and Lynn Roberts is up, hopping mad. And Pivec takes off of the crazy play at the other end. Pivec splits the D pretty up and in. And Pivec has 10. At the other end for Utah, as Provo, there was no whistle, no call. And it led to this fast break and lay-in by Mikayla Pivec. And so the fans and Lynn Roberts.
You get the ball there, a nice easy shot, and it just relieves all that pressure.
So 3:45 to play. Beavs got to get some.
See your teammates move and cut and find the gaps.
Hurricanes going into a full court press here. 4 white jerseys on that side of the court. Oregon State able to beat it. Goodman nearly lost her dribble after she crossed the timeline. How about that finish from Mikayla Pivec? She's
SWAT on Team USA this summer. Sabrina Ionescu and the UCLA duo.
Best.
Great job of getting her composure back. Full court pressure.
Pivec all the way to the cup. You bet, and one.
You need somebody to rotate over. Where are you coming? Where are you coming? Where are you coming? Instead, it's bumper cars. Trap.
Pivec gives it up. McWilliams. Oh! The 3 ball from Katie McWilliams.
Shot clock running down. Pivec says, here you go. Little ball fake. Step right. Let it fly. Yes. Floor. Shot goes up. Off to the races. Gulich, dig it out, push, push. All she sees is backs. Beautiful pass. And Ruthie Heber's like, hey, everybody, can you cover me till I get there?
Here by Osborne. It is intense. Here you're forcing Oregon State to play off the bounce. Pivec and one. You've got them on the same side of the floor. Now you've got to guard your player and keep Pivec in front.
16 points, she could wreck that today. Billings off the window, no. Pivec with the rebound, she's on the run. One to defender to beat, up and in.
On January 20th, from a scheme perspective.
And that's what they do.
No foul. On the deck. The hang time, the strength on the baseline.
Doubled. Washington kicks it. Pivec wants to get to the rack and does, and finishes, and one, baby.
She's not Sid Weiss. She's Mikayla Pivec, and she's going to do things her way. She's not going to look to score as much as Sid. She's going to be a facilitator, a great
Initial play so far, style favoring the Beavers.
Gulich inside. Pivec. Reverse layup is good. Here kind of slowly and has really taken off these last 5-6 games.
Scott Ruick said you might see more post-ups from there.
But maybe maybe it slipped a little bit. No, they know now.
Pivec drains a
State team. It's a very disciplined team. They have a lot of sets that they run. And if you're Utah, you don't want to let them do what they want to do. And Mikayla Pivec.
I've been impressed with Mikayla Pivec handling the ball up the floor, playing that power forward position.
Yep.
As you said, point forward. Look at that move. Nice wrap underneath.
Overall, we talked about, Alex, the turnovers for Miami, and I would say they've done a pretty good job. Just 14 turnovers this afternoon.
Community College. Edwards pulls up for what could be the last shot in this first quarter. Maybe Pivec has different ideas. Pivec is good from half court.
He should have got a hand on it. Pivec, the clock winding down, looking to build. You call it, Pivec. It's good. Oregon State up by 9.
Teams have been victorious there in the past.
You bet. But let's go back to this shot. Mikayla Pivec, as time was running out after the end of Q1, the half-court launch. She had a great look, a couple of dribbles, which is the favorite way to do that.
More way out behind the arc. Clock down to 2 seconds. More in the lane, in and out. And a heave by Pivec. Whoa. I don't think
4 seconds. Orem. Pivec with an unbelievable follow finish to beat the buzzer. Mikayla Pivec, the freshman out of Linwood, Washington, getting Gill Coliseum on its feet and in full throat. The lead is 15-12 as Pivec's 4th point of the game was a thing of beauty. Hashtag 12 best. Mark it down with a Sharpie. And we got to see this again. Pivec.
She came to play today. We talked about her in the